to the campus of Maranatha Baptist University for today's NCCAA matchup between the Knights of Spurgeon College and your Maranatha Baptist University SaberCats. Please rise, remove your hats for a word of prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem and then the introduction of today's starters. Let's pray. Lord, thank you for bringing these teams together today. Lord, thank you for the institutions that they represent. Lord, that they would honor and glorify you in the way they play. Thank you for the coaches and their devotion of time and energy into these young men. Lord, to be godly young men, but also, Lord, to use their skills and abilities for your cause. Bless tonight. Lord, may we honor and glorify you as fans, as officials, as coaches.
And now, the starting lineups for the visiting Knights. Junior number 0, Joseph Allen. A sophomore, number 1, Jack Chamberlain. A senior, number 10, Drew Middleton. A sophomore, number 13, Michael Berry. And a junior, number 20, Raymond Ortiz. The Spurgeon Knights are coached by Billy Lindsay and assisted by Katie Hawk. And now, the starting lineup for your Maranatha Baptist University SaberCats. From Kalamazoo, Michigan, a senior, number 0, Chewbacca Galladay. From Flint, Texas, a junior, number 2, Braden Cox. From Kleiner, Pennsylvania, junior, number 10, Joe Shank. From Oklahoma, Wisconsin, a freshman, number 21, Grant Barak. And from Chicago, Illinois, grad student number 24, Chris Costello. The SaberCats are coached by Rob Fuller, assisted by John Teasdale and Jeremy Schaefer. Tonight's officials are Gary Wild, Lance Gordon, and Jake McCoy. Let's play basketball.
Good evening and welcome to the broadcast as we are set for tonight's action between Maranatha Baptist University SaberCats and the Knights of Spurgeon College, previously known as Midwestern College, undergraduate college housed at Midwestern Baptist Theological Seminary in Kansas City, Missouri. This is the first time that these two ball clubs have ever matched up before. And it will, I'm sure, prove to be a test for the SaberCats this evening, as the Knights are known for fast-paced running and gunning, and they come out quickly with the first bucket off the tip. right away. No Will Schultz in the starting lineup tonight, so not sure about that. We'll keep an eye on it. Grant Brock gets a little bit of space and then closed down. He is blocked at the rim, back the other way, and fouled on the attempt is Raven Ortiz. He'll go to the line for 2. Ortiz good on the first. The Knights are nationally ranked in the NCCAA. Number 7 currently their ball club has been as high as number 2 this season as Galladay rips down the rebound for the SaberCats, and he'll hold possession, try and break through some full court pressure. Here's Shank coming across the timeline, double teamed and stripped away. Now quickly back the other way, and a good defensive effort. Shakes the ball loose, but Orsello able to win back possession for the SaberCats. 4 Knights in the backcourt, trying to keep the SaberCats from even gaining the timeline here. Galladay comes from outside, and then Orsello throws it in off of Michael Berry. Last season, the Knights made it all the way to the NCCAA National Final Four. And they have been in the top 10 pretty much all season long. Making their way to Watertown tonight. Galladay, jumper from the free throw line, no good. Last touch by the SaberCats. Pretty amazing turnaround for Spurgeon. 2 seasons ago, they were just 3-17, and then Final Four appearance last year, and ranked number 7 currently nationwide. That's quite a turnaround. Jump stop. Jumper is good for Joseph Allen, and the SaberCats yet to get a shot all the way to the rim. And Shank brings it over. Trying to find Orsello on a cut, and once again the SaberCats turn the ball over. Shank credited with all 3 turnovers for the SaberCats so far early in this ball game. Cox is fouled. Michael Berry took a swipe at him, and he'll take a seat. Bowden Duffield checks in. It's a pretty quality mustache if you can get a close-up on that. Could have a great career ahead of him in law enforcement, or what would the other great careers of mustachioed individuals? Galladay walked with it. Not sure why. Recreates his action for the official, who was unimpressed by the defense. Open in the corner, no good. Galladay up for a nice rebound, boxes it out, secures possession. Jumaka getting the start tonight. Ball's back to him, top of the key, thought about it. Now Cox drives to the baseline. Up and under is good, and Braden Cox gets the SaberCats on the board. We have missed him. He's been dinged up the last few games here on the home floor. Haven't seen Braden, so it's good to see him back in uniform and able to get on the board right away here for the SaberCats. That shot went up and off the strap, so one and done for the Knights. Full court pressure, and DJ Middleton checks in. Junior from El Dorado, Kansas. Straight in and deflected, and right away up and in. Jack Chamberlain. Sophomore from Jupiter, Florida. I know where that is. It's a long ways from Kansas City. Jamaka fails to connect with Shank. It's a good idea, but a little behind him on the pass. Jonathan Fuller checks in for Shank. Fuller got a hand on that. Open look is good. And Duffield puts in a three. Quickly back the other way is Gallaudet. Euro step up and good. Nice play, Jamaka. Just over 1,000 undergrads attend Spurgeon, according to the last count, as Chamberlain called for the walk. (15-4) record this year. That's outstanding, actually. Cox escapes the pressure. Orsello up for Fuller, who got it away to Brock just in time. And here's Gallaudet with a little space, up and no good. Late whistle comes in, and Mock will go to the line for two. Where is Will? That is the question of the night so far. Fuller holding him in reserve so far. A little short on the first. Pours in the second. Quickly up the other way. You can tell Spurgeon wants to waste no time getting into their set. Long cross-court pass. Watch this in warm-ups. They like these perimeter passing until somebody springs loose. And deflecting the pass in is Braden Cox. Orsello picked it up. Cox fakes the pass and takes it to the hole. They didn't see that coming. And just like that, the SaberCats are back in at 10-7. And Spurgeon calls timeout. Inside, jumper up, no good. Jamaka with another rebound. He has been big on the board so far. That's his third in this game. Orsello's pass ripped out of the air by Duffield. Quickly up ahead, disrupted and stolen away by Braden Cox, but he tiptoed on the baseline, unable to stay in play, but a great heads-up hustle play by Braden. And his presence is deeply appreciated by the SaberCats tonight. Great to see him back in the lineup and feeling good, healthy. A little bit of rest did him well. And there's a huge block and a nice pass up ahead. It's Fuller, blocked out of bounds, but is it a foul? No. Inbounded, a clean block from behind. Fuller couldn't quite shield him off. And so Orsello will inbound under the basket for the SaberCats. 26 on the shot clock. Lofted in for Gallaudet. He had a little space, brought it down. Probably should have gone straight up. Was off his foot. Not sure if it was touched by a Knight. The alternate official consulted for an opinion, and he saw it clearly. No touch by the Knights. And with that, in come Coffee and Will Schultz and Christian Cleveland. This game needed some Christian Cleveland. Let's go. 100% more. Inside, bounce pass, finds the cutter, up and good, Zion Bourgeois. Oh, nice pass up ahead for Coffee. Way to go, that's what you do. Don't put it on the floor, just go straight up with it. And Manny's on the board quickly, seconds after checking into the ballgame. Nice find inside. Up, no good, but an offensive rebound put back by number 1, Jack Chamberlain. Inbounded, Boogie looking up the floor. Here's Christian. Cleveland's got a step. Up and under. No good, but fouled. And Christian goes to the line for 2. Christian Cleveland, the sophomore from Birmingham. He loves this weather, by the way. I know he loves the cold weather. That's one of the reasons he wanted to come to school up here in Wisconsin. He said, so hot all the time in Alabama. It's just boring. I want seasons. So he's getting all of that. As Raven Ortiz checks back in for the Knights. And the second one goes. The SaberCats within 4. Coach Fuller has to be happy with this effort here in the first part of the first half. Defensively, here's Ben Price into the ballgame as well. Fuller matching his man. Schultz going to work in the block. Manny stays with him. On the baseline now. Schultz, good defense. Double team from Fuller. He gets a hand on it. Can't quite disrupt it enough, and the turnaround is good for Chamberlain, the 6'6 sophomore from Florida. Quickly up ahead for Coffee. Got a little step, didn't want to shoot it, but Fuller nicely comes around with a handoff. Kicks it back out for Cleveland, who loses momentarily, regathers. Now Coffee in the corner. Drives the baseline. Triple teamed and fouled. Foul is on Joseph Allen, his second on the floor. 20 seconds reset on the shot clock. Down by 6. Somebody will need to go ahead and inbound. I think it's going to be Ben. Orsello does that when he's in, but he's not in. Lofted out to the front. Coffee into the corner. Here's Fuller. Got room, no good. He's money with those, just disrupted slightly. Not quite enough spin on that one. It didn't look right coming out of his hand. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunity, no good. Schultz puts an end to it. Outlet pass for Fuller. Fuller's got Price up ahead, decides to dribble into traffic though, and Coffee grabs the loose ball. Here's Boogie. Coffee, now Schultz thought about it long and hard. Man, he hard scoped that shot. Drop down into the block, 10 seconds. Double team. Schultz with a fadeaway. Fuller hates it. No good. Sanchez with a rebound. Coach Fuller, not a fan of the fadeaway. I like it. I think it's unstoppable when he's hitting it. And Christian Cleveland with a heads-up play forces the turnover, or forces the foul, I should say. And a timeout called by the Knights. They are not getting quite the offensive efficiency that Coach Livesey would like to see. So timeout. SaberCats down by just 6, 16-10. Caulfield inbound. Finds Cleveland. Christian's fouled again. They can't keep their hands off of him. Raven Ortiz whistled for that one. Give him the smoke, Christian. There it is. Do it again. The old razzle-dazzle. Man, another shove, but no call that time. Here's Price down low. Here's Cleveland. Takes a couple of looks inside. Now hands it off for Price, who loses his footing, but finds Schultz. Oh, Coffee underneath. Schultz, 12 seconds to shoot. Working his way down into the lane. Up and good. Will can't miss from there. Are you kidding me? Unstoppable. Middleton rolls it down low into the post. Schultz got it on the wrong side of that one, but made up for it and blocked him from behind. Bad pass up ahead, ill-advised, looking for Boogie. And a little too short. Cleveland gets a hand on it. Oh, they crunched him, no call. Wow. And a wide open three is good. Raven Ortiz. Price in the corner. Give him one of them moves, Ben. Calling Schultz on the offensive foul. Didn't see it away from the ball. Down by 7, 19-12, 11:42 here left in the first half. Corner three, no good. Price is there for the rebound. Wait, that's not Ben Price. Who is that? Who is that masked man? That's David Ginger. He snuck into the ball game. There he is. There's Coffee in the corner. Stepped out of bounds. Talked to Manny at lunch today. I said, hey, man, we got a challenge tonight. You guys going to be up for it? He said, oh, yeah. We've been studying film. We saw some weaknesses. We figured some stuff out. That's what he told me. I like it so far. The SaberCats do not look intimidated at all on the home floor. They came to fight. That's all you can ask. On paper, it's overmatched, but game's not played on paper. There's a long three, though. Drew Middleton. Long pass up ahead. There's Gingery. Defense caught up. Come on, you got to make a move. Be a little shifty. Give him a look. Don't just put it out there for him. Should have had that one. Knocked out, last touch by the Knights. It's retro night tonight, which didn't change my wardrobe at all. Schultz has it knocked away, recovers, finds Boogie in the post. And deflected out by Ortiz. 18 on the shot clock. No, too obvious. Long three if it's good, no good. Long rebound now on the way. Saved in play, but it's Gingery who collects it. And across court for Fuller. Now a long pass underneath. Back out for Schultz. Go to work, Will. And reach in foul called. Should be close to the bonus here. I think we are. 17 fouls. First personal foul on Middleton. Pretty balanced attack if you look at the stats for the Knights. No one player that really stands out. They have 5 players averaging 10 or more points a game. And that has proved true so far tonight. Chamberlain leads with 6, Middleton with 5, and Ortiz with 4. As Schultz makes the front end. Got to climb back in this one. We need some threes. Who's going to give us a couple threes here? Orsello is back in. No good on the second. 9-point margin. Working his way inside is Ortiz for another bucket. Ooh, bad place to pick it up. That's a trap. Escaped it. Schultz in the corner, steps it back, thought about it. Orsello will take it. Oh, he stepped into it well. Jamaka goes up for it, but just beyond his reach. And collected in the corner by Middleton. Ortiz, wide open look, no good. And Mock comes down with the rebound. Galladay behind the back. Finds Braden Cox. Braden Cox gets around his man. Now it's Gingery in the corner. He's money. Oh, he's just off. That's two good looks from Fuller and Gingery that I got to think 9 times out of 10 they're going to make, but instead it's a bucket the other way on the fast break, and that's how these games have been getting away from us. Braden Cox was knocked down, no call. A lot of body there. Here's Orsello. Schultz up ahead, and he knows what to do with it. Nice bucket, good find. Breaking the press. Once you get past half court, they commit so many guys into the front court that you got to think once you break the line, you're going to have a shot. You go quick with it. No good. Man, Schultz thought he had that one. Maybe should have as Middleton brought it across, and he's fouled. Fouls on Gingery. 3 subs come in for the Knights. Back in is Chamberlain with Barry. And number 2, Diego Sanchez. Sanchez is a senior from Earth. Okay, that usually goes without saying. And a whistle for the clock. He's resetting it to 8:33 and 24 on the shot clock. Drives you crazy when they stop the action right when you're just making progress. Oh, tipped by Gingery, and now escaping the pressure is Barry. Underneath, gets a rebound, up with a second opportunity, no good. Jamaka got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. 17 on the shot clock. Zion Bourgeois back into the ballgame. They do a lot of recruiting in Texas, it looks like to me. They got a bunch of players from Texas. I wonder what the connection is. Grant Brock posting up strong, but unable to contain Chamberlain. Once you get in the block, that's a tough solo opportunity. You need a little help. Galladay goes around the screen, now down into the block and a travel. That's a couple turnovers here. 4 to be exact by Jamaka. And Fuller checks in for the SaberCats. Gingery takes a seat after a bunch of good minutes. Two rebounds. No good. Tapped away by Orsello. Cox strains for it, but not able to get there on time. And into the corner. Thought about a 3. Now down into the post. Braden Cox is there right in the passing lane. And he comes away with it. What a handle. What in the world, man? That is a little too much finally. The foul called on Middleton. It was way too aggressive, a little too high up outside, and Braden Cox will imminently convert 2 free throws. Bold prediction. He's going to make these, right? He's going to make these, right? Yeah. Wouldn't you know, we cursed it. Might be his first miss all year. 3 from the corner is good. And just like that, they've doubled up the SaberCats, 31-15. A little better. Throw it away. You don't mind the risks, and the aggression, but we're just a little bit off by a foot or so, and under 7 now. The SaberCats have gone a little quiet offensively and find themselves trailing the Knights 31-15. SaberCats scoreless in the last 2 minutes. And only one of their last 4. Tie-up will give the SaberCats possession. I think they're going to talk it over and say there was a foul on Braden Cox before the tie-up. Blocked and then blocked away again, but a foul called on Arcello as he cleared that one off. They're going to say it was on 20. Didn't he say 20? I didn't even know he was involved. Okay, so Arcello went high and Boogie went low. Gets the friendly roll up the back of the iron. Jumaka with another rebound. That's 6, and he leads the SaberCats in that category. Here's Grant Brock. Nice pass inside for Arcello. Lost the handle, gives it up for Cox. Braden stripped away. And that is, I think, his first turnover. Well, coming back the other way, he's fighting for it. That was a long time to be tied up and not have a whistle. Sometimes they're so fast with them. It's hard to imagine that one wasn't a tie-up. And Joe Shank will come back in at the next opportunity. Chamberlain, go-to guy underneath, but missed again. Short range. Jumaka's doing well to disrupt those shots. Arcello brings it up on his own and throws it out of bounds on his own. Little miscommunication that time with Braden Cox. And back in for the SaberCats, Will Schultz. And Braden Cox will take a seat. Joe Shank back in. Schultz strips it away. Straight to the rim, off contact, up, no good, but he'll go to the line for 2. Nice play by Fuller to force the action. Both teams are shooting okay. The SaberCats, though, just haven't had enough shots to go in. They're scoreless in the last 3:20. And once again, a miss from the free throw line where they're only 40%. Eesh. That ain't gonna work. That's a controllable offer from the line. Very uncharacteristic for Fuller. Shank with the mismatch on Chamberlain, still got a hand on it. The entry pass, disrupted it enough. He gives it up. And then Schultz with a block. Last touch by the Knights. Grant got a hand on it and threw it in off of the Knights. They'll stay in full court pressure, all 5 of them here pressuring the ball. Here's Shank bringing it across the line, double teamed, passes out of it, finds Schultz, goes baseline, now he's double teamed, doesn't bother him a bit, up, no good, no call as he went to the line, and then offensive rebound and fouled on the putback attempt is Grant Brock, freshman with a strong showing, and he will go to the line for 2 with his back to the backboard, put one up, and drew the foul. High arcing shot is good. And so Grant Brock rights the ship from the free throw line for the SaberCats. Man, he was fun to watch in high school. I told his mom once, he might be the best high school basketball player I'd ever seen live and in person. Just dominant. And it's good to see him out here as a freshman contributing big time for the SaberCats. So far, a dual sport athlete. I don't know if we'll be able to recruit him out to play baseball as Fuller called for the reach in. Think we could convince him to play baseball? What do you think I'd have to negotiate for that? Like, convince him, yeah, man, you got to stay in shape, you know? Cleveland checks in for Fuller. Oh, a nice curl. And Duffield scores. Galladay finds Brock, finds Schultz, collapses on the defense, and Schultz with his own rebound up and good with a putback attempt. Man, he absorbs a lot of contact down there. Nice play by Schultz being aggressive. And Cleveland's going to be whistled for that one. No basket. No, it's foul on, not on Cleveland. It's on Shank. Just sneaks it in over the front of the iron. And he gets a pair. Schultz finds Jumaka. Double team. Good job not to put the ball on the floor. Just pass out of it. Cleveland wide open for 3. Short. Ugh. Love the look. Duffield again from short range. Quickly back the other way for the SaberCats. Triple team just across the foul or the half line and fouled. Fouls on Tyler Hicks into the ball game for the Knights. And we remain in the bonus, so Cleveland, who's getting a little coaching, is going to need to go to the line at some point and shoot some free throws. You're the guest of honor, bro. You got to get to the line. There you go. He looked down at his hands like, did I do that? He almost looked surprised. Bingo. Good from the line. Way to go, Christian. No. Fouls underneath, away from the ball. So no, I guess it was on Shank. His second. Braden Cox checks back in. Makes the front end. Grant Brock gets himself open, a heads-up pass, and quickly up to Galladay. Point blank, no good. Brock with a rebound, gets it back to Cox. Schultz for three, little short, deflects and out of bounds off the end line. Got to make those wide open looks. We are getting them, but they are not falling, and that is a understatement. 0 for 5 from three-point line. 4 for 11 are the Knights. No good. Long rebound. Falls to Jamaka. We'll give him credit. That's 7 for him. And Cox is fouled. Bishop Duffield. So we got a Bishop Duffield from Bowman, North Dakota, and a Bowden Duffield from Bowman, North Dakota. Both of them have incredible mustaches. So it must be hereditary. They're both freshmen, so I'm going Twins. What do you think? But I will admit, that's the first time I've ever seen a set of twins named Bowden and Bishop. Good for three is Middleton. I feel like if I had a twin in college and one of us was going to grow a mustache, I would be like, all right, you be the one with the mustache. Brock fights for it down low. And Galladay with an extra shove is going to get teed up for the extracurriculars. Defending their turf. Double technicals. And so Middleton gets teed up as well. So after some double technicals, that will amount to a SaberCats possession on the arrow based on the tie-up. So Grant Brock gets, I think he was the one on the bottom of that pile. He got a hand on it for White. Price takes possession. Seems to be holding on for dear life at this point. And stripped away. So now the arrow is going to favor the Knights. So they will get this one. Ben just didn't seem to have a plan that time. He got possession and put two hands on it like he was anticipating a foul. Sanchez good from three. Last touch by the SaberCats. Another turnover. A less than stellar evening on that count. That is the 18th turnover. Ooh. Middleton fouled on his way to the hoop by Gingery. His second. No good on the second. Last touch by SaberCats. Gives it back to him under the basket. Curled around. Got a good look off. No good on the shot, though. Schultz rips down the rebound. 1.5 minutes left here in the first half. Price gives it up for Braden. Braden goes left, now backs off, goes right, off the screen, looks for the rolling Schultz. Well defended. Now it's a nice cross-court pass for Brock, who's fouled at the hoop. And he will go to the line for another couple. A nice find inside as Grant Brock made a great off-ball cut. SaberCats just 1 for their last 7. And 0 for 6 from three-point land. And the Knights are on a 7-0 run, so this one is going the wrong direction for the SaberCats. Brock is good on the second. At halftime, we will have a special presentation, and we'll keep the live stream here, so you'll not want to miss that. Friends of Larry Carlson are interested in the festivities as the Knights commit a rare turnover for them. That's their 6th turnover of the half. As fast-paced as they play, they sure do take care of the ball. Deflected out of bounds by Duffield. And deflected out of bounds again. 19 on the shot clock. Fouled on the entry pass, and Schultz will go to the line for 2. I think we're in double bonus at this point. And that is 2 on DJ Middleton. Makes the front. No good on the second. Knocked out of bounds by the SaberCats. Looked like maybe Allen had a finger on it still before it went out, but the ref didn't see it that way. Looks like two Middletons on this team as well. One's a senior, one's a junior, so maybe brothers, Drew and DJ. Four seconds difference on the shot clock. No good, getting his own rebound, no box out. And Duffield able to get his own rebound and score with under 5 seconds in the half. And fouled at center court is Ben Price. Fouls on Allen. 1.2 left in the half. Stay tuned as we honor the chairman, Larry Carlson, at halftime. His family is here. And it's almost been a year since he went home to be with the Lord. And so I know he is smiling down on the festivities anytime. Maranatha is in action. He was here so many thousands of times for every event in this facility, which he pretty much owned and operated during his faithful service. So stay tuned for that special occasion. SaberCats head to the locker room with work to do in the second half. They find themselves in a hole. Lawyers don't like to do math, so I can't tell you how many it is, but we'll get a calculator out and figure it out. 48-26. We'll stay here for the halftime festivities.
What can you say about someone who gave over 40 years to Maranatha? Thank you. You could tell his family, Linda, thanks for your sacrifice you made for allowing us to have your husband. You could tell Mike and Amy, hey, what a blessing it was that your father was to our ministry here at Maranatha. For those of you who don't know who Larry Carlson is, he's the chairman, or Grandpa Larry. He's known for setting up and tearing down over 1 million chairs in his time at MBU. Whether it was chapel, special meetings, assemblies, events, he was that guy. He cared for our gym floor like it was his only job. He even had a process of how to set up a chair and take down a chair that many to this day would say, Larry the chair taught me how to do that. Let me share a quick memory in my little time while I've been here. I was just arriving in town and I was visiting churches to see where my family and I were going to attend. I walked in the doors at Calvary Baptist Church here in Watertown, and Larry stuck out his hand like he always did. Big fingers, just put it out there. And he said, hey, good morning, Brown family. Of course, I was taken back. Who's this creepy guy who knows my family? But he chimed right back and said, oh, sorry, my name is Larry Carlson, and this is my wife, Linda. We're huge fans of the athletic program at Maranatha, and I read your bio. Welcome to Watertown. Soon, it would be Grandpa Larry my city slicker kids how to plant a garden, taste testing beans, cucumbers. They are the best cucumbers in Watertown. When I think of Larry, I think of his love for Maranatha, his love for athletics, his love for others, and his love for his Savior. I have asked our long-time AD, now Assistant President of Enrollment, Rob Thompson, to say a few words. Please excuse him. He is sitting since he just had knee replacement surgery, but he didn't want to miss an opportunity to talk about Larry.
Thank you. I wrote these down just in case the medicine kicked in, and I have no idea what I'm doing. When I think of Larry Carlson, three things stand out in my mind. First, he was a consummate, behind-the-scenes type of individual. Larry had working diligently at every task assigned to him. Second, he was the dad or the grandpa away from home for scores of students from across the country. For years, the event staff just referred to him as Grandpa Larry. And third, if I heard it once, I heard it 100 times through the years. And that is that Larry would say at the facilities, I treat the gym floor like my dining room table. Larry did so much, and he was famous for his ability just to get it done. Big or small, he just got it done. When I look around the gym facilities, I see Larry's fingerprints most everywhere. When we redid the gym floor in 2020, well after Larry's retired, he stopped by nearly every day to see the progress and wanted to know every single detail. These new chairs in Larry's honor are the perfect tribute and memorial, as Larry was named Maranatha's chairman upon his retirement. And the calculations of having set up well up to the million of chairs through his many years of service to NBU and the athletic department. Thank you, Larry, for being such a servant leader and such a great friend. I'm sure that you have already heard many times over, well done, thou good and faithful servant.
So on behalf of Maranatha Baptist University and Athletics, I'd like to present these flowers to you. Those who don't know, it's a year ago personally that we lost Larry. But we do want to say thank you. So these chairs will be our live stream chairs and our floor mop chairs for many years to come. Thank you all. I just told Linda, sorry, I got her all emotional. It's my fault. But we're going to get a couple pictures.
Yeah, that was a little awkward. I feel like the trip went like, alright. with how stiff your arm gets holding this thing. There's like no good handle on it.
We need one of those like contraptions where it like sticks out behind you.
It'd be nice, yeah. To have it hanging like.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, great job. Anything else with the camera? I think that's good. We can put it back on. All right, so you said it sits in here.
Back for the start of the second half. The SaberCats need to crawl their way back into this one. And kicked out of bounds. Poor shooting is really the story, and 19 turnovers didn't help, but honestly just absolutely cold, and Joe Shank comes out and starts the second half the same way he started the first. And that's not what we needed right off the bat with the first possession. Good pass up ahead, finds Schultz. Schultz goes to work underneath. He's fouled and will go to the line for two. Got popped in the nose, and hopefully he can shake it off. Schultz leads the SaberCats with 8, and if he can get to 10 tonight, I believe that is a career benchmark. It's not going to be on this trip, as the SaberCats just, well, after that miss, going to be around 55% from the foul line. That's not ideal. Ofer from three-point land. Best thing to do would be go down low. This is the first team we've played all year that we're actually taller than at most positions. Why not go underneath and go to work? Here they go right away into the block. Goes Schultz. That one's short, but he gets his own rebound, fights for it, and stripped on the way up, but it's Shank that comes up with it. Long cross-court pass, finds Braden, and back right away inside, but blocked out of bounds. No foul called, and Schultz goes back to the line. In and out on the first. There it is, career point number 500 for Will Schultz. And he brings the SaberCats back to a smaller margin than it was. I don't know. I forgot to get my calculator out. Grant Brock gets a hand on it, immediately batted down and stolen away. And making the foul on the shot will put Duffield back to the line. Ouch. Inbound stolen, but on the line with a foot. And so the SaberCats regain possession. Cox goes down. Called for a kick. One needs to ask, why was Braden on the floor? Three ball for Bowden Duffield. Uh-oh. Coffee checks in for Joe Shank. Good hands for Marcelo. Oh. And that's going to be overturned because that was actually a Good call by the alternate ref to bring that back to the Knights, as Orsello got a pretty clear hand on it, and the Knights intentionally kept their hands away as it went out of bounds. So a correction. Duffield, no good. Cox is slammed into. Man, that was really heavy challenge contact there. Ouch. Fouls on Ortiz. Orsello finds Coffey. Now Brock back to Coffey. Nope. Allen knocked it out of bounds. Cox splits the double team, rolls it up to Schultz. Schultz trying to shoot, stripped away from him. Just stolen away by Barry and laid in at the other end by Ortiz. 32, I can do that math. Long pass up ahead for Brock. Quickly passes away for Schultz. Back to him. Brock is fouled. And so Grant with a chance to go for two. Baseball team is in the house, looks like, over in the corner, as their spring practices have begun. Looking forward to watching this team. We got a couple of real ballers. I think 3 pitchers and guys anxious to play. So, new coach. And Coach Milky is going to stay on and assist, so excited about that. And Schultz commits the foul on the floor. One might ask whose man that was. No SaberCats in the vicinity. Long pass across for Fuller, snagged it out of the air, and fouled on the baseline is Schultz. 500 points. That is a lot of points in a short period of time for Will Schultz. Got a couple years ahead of him yet. Listed as a sophomore, I believe. Chris, we can't do that. So Orsello unable to inbound it in 2 attempts. They'll swap out, have the freshman do the honors. And Orsello hopefully can pop in off a screen and get a good look here. There's Fuller. That feels like a foul to me. 10 every time. Middleton is grabbing him. And with the foul is Schultz going to the line. He makes the bucket. Chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. I'd go right after 10. I think he's ripe for a whistle every time defensively. how many does he already have? He's got a couple from the first half, I think. Yeah, he's got 3 actually in the first half. Grant Brock gets into that one and steals it away. Nice play for the SaberCats. Gingery up ahead for Fuller. Back to him. Can't handle it. Come on, guys. And a fast break the other way gives Ortiz another bucket. And he's got 17. Duffield, Bowden Duffield with 18. Leads all scorers. Yep, once again, I knew it. That's Middleton again. That's his 4th. I think he's a bit of a liability defensively, trying to stay with the SaberCats. He's just way too much contact. And now he will sub out. Favor of Michael Berry checks back in. So Chamberlain and Middleton both have 4 fouls. As Boogie is good on the first. That is his first point of the afternoon. Makes a pair. No good. And into the bench goes Duffield. Right over the top of his brother. He went right at him. Schultz snags the inbound, brings it coast to coast. Down to the baseline, holds his dribble, goes right to the rim and scores. There you go, Will. Unassisted. Get back now, guys. What in the world? What in the world? Come on, we can't go to sleep here. Only one guy to guard. Guard him. Stepping into it, Orsello. Just off the mark. A little too strong. Oh, he volleyballed it back in. I think Joseph Allen gets credited with that one. Long pass ahead to Fuller, but he can't get a handle on it. And commits the foul? No. Is fouled. So it's Allen whistled for that foul. Could be his 4th. If that's how they scored it. Cleveland a little too strong from the corner. Oh, a rare turnover for the Knights. I think that's just a couple here in the second half. DJ Middleton checks in. Blind pass finds Schultz. He's got Fuller, takes it to the rim himself, and scores again. Will Schultz is on fire. He's got 17 for the SaberCats, and by far leads in scoring this afternoon. Coming off the bench for some reason. We have not seen Galladay in the second half. I don't remember. Fuller with a nice rebound, trying to play it off the Knights. Instead, it's Cleveland that grabs it. Up ahead to Orsello. Strong dribble. And fouled on his way to the hoop. Fouled by Ortiz. His 3rd. Allen was not given that foul, so I'm not sure what the call was. Orsello good on the first. Ben Price checks in for Grant Brock. Chris misses the second, rebounded by Drew Middleton. Good defense. Orsello puts a stop to it. From the corner, no good. Schultz with a rebound. Quickly up ahead to Price. Price hands it off to him. Schultz comes around it and scores and one. Nice aggressive move to the hole. Will Schultz senses the opportunity. And especially with Jack Chamberlain on the bench a good chunk of the second half with 4 fouls, Will Schultz is having his way underneath. Converts to 3. Still no long three-pointers for the SaberCats, but we've converted a couple old-fashioned way. Will Schultz certainly has. As a defensive rebound, and Cleveland comes away with it. Kind of an unusual lineup here. Coach Fuller seeing what he's got with this unit. Ben Price blocked. Oof. Wasn't quite as open as he thought. Catch and shoot, blocked out of bounds by Barry. Ben's got that shot. Don't make any mistake there. He can shoot the lights out. He gets hot. That's what the SaberCats really could use to try and claw their way back into this one. Schultz for Orsello. 3 on the shot clock. Got to go quick. Price couldn't handle it. And out of play for a shot clock violation on the SaberCats. In and out. Fouls on Fuller. His third, I believe. "14 minutes so far. Fuller's getting some good playing time, and he's really earned his way onto the floor as a transfer student at semester of his senior year. Jonathan Fuller, or Boogie as he's known on campus. And that one is good. Schultz goes to the floor. Wondering why. Fuller splits the double team, but his pass is too strong. Wrong-footed is Ben Price. Cox gets the ball away, but last touch by him. Barry underneath, blocked out of bounds by Orsello. Good defense. Chris has been really stepping up on defense the last few possessions. He has played strong. Offensive foul called on Bowden Duffield. Good D from Fuller. Playing strong in the block down low. Rolls open. Up ahead for Braden. Now Schultz. He was looking for Price with the one-hander. Now he slings it across. Back into the block. Come on, Ben. Go strong. No good. Fuller with an offensive rebound. Fouled on the putback attempt. And so once again, Will Schultz coming up big underneath as the big man for Spurgeon is looking for the next opportunity to check back in, but it has been a while since Jack has been on the floor. Schultz good on the first. 21 points now for Will Schultz. Converts a pair. And Fuller makes the second. Pass out of bounds. Inbounded for Cox, over to Fuller. Up ahead for Schultz. Long cross-court pass. There's Ben Price off the mark again, a little strong. Man. Last touch by the SaberCats. Duffield in quickly for Chamberlain. Long time left to play in this one, 11 and a half minutes. And here is Jumaka back in for the SaberCats along with Gingery and Grant Brock on the floor with Braden Cox and Ben Price. Big lineup now for the SaberCats. Trying to take advantage. Quick inbound and a bucket. See what this does to the ball handling. Breaking the press. And it's good. Fouls on Braden. His second. Oh for 10 so far, still from three-point land for the SaberCats. And an easy bucket inside for Sanchez. Gingery threw it away. Slapped out of bounds off Grant Brock's foot. Spurgeon's gotten a little sloppy with the ball all of a sudden, 12 turnovers. They'll stack it up at the top of the key. Slide it off into the corner. In and out. Grant Brock was there, stripped away from him by the smaller Ortiz. And last touch, they'll say, by Grant. Saved in play, but grabbed by Braden Cox. He comes ahead with it. Looking for Gingery, who's fouled on the pass. Bishop Duffield. His third. In for the SaberCats. Justice Morrison seeing his first action momentarily. Gingery on the board. Around the defense, scooping and up. A very late whistle comes in. The foul called on Price. Okay. That ball had already hit the floor when the whistle blew. Ben checks out, Schultz back in, the hot hand, got a few minutes on the bench to rest up. And now he's in for the home stretch with 22 points tonight. Almost got that rebound. Gingery, heads up play, gets ahead. Trying to find Jamaka. Last touch by the Knights. I'd go right at Drew Middleton here. And they read my mind. He goes out of the game. Shouldn't have said it out loud. Jamaka escapes the double team. Finds Schultz. Gingery sidesteps the defender, up for three. We just cannot buy a three-pointer tonight. Come on. Bourgeois, no good. And Gingery with another board. Atta boy. Atta not boy. Oh, there you go. Long arm of the law. Grant Brock gets the deflection. Somebody take a deep breath. Foul on Gingery as he tried to prevent the shot, and this game is properly end-to-end at this moment. Not in a good way. Coach Fuller wants a timeout. And so he'll take a full timeout, down 30, 78, 48, 9:19 left to play. Will Schultz leads all scorers with 22 on 7 for 13 shooting. SaberCats 0 for 11 from three-point land still. In and out for Bourgeois. Rebounded by Schultz on the miss. Big difference here is points off turnovers, as the Knights with 32 of their 78 coming off of SaberCats turnovers. Inside for Jamaka. Outside. It has happened. It has happened. A three-pointer has gone through the hoop. And who was it? David Gingery has finally broken the ice for the SaberCats. Maybe this will begin an absolute barrage of three-pointers, via which the SaberCats will climb back into the game. Or we could do that. It's another option. And having sunk the first three-pointer for the SaberCats on the afternoon, Gingery immediately takes a seat. Morrison called for the block. His first. Michael Berry with a hand injury. Trainer will take a look. Ortiz comes in for him. I don't know if it was a little scrape or. Diego does go. Morrison trying to hold his pivot foot. Throws it away. Cox sends it. Schultz tracks it down, spins into the lane, up, in and out. Kind of stuck on 22 right now is Will Schultz. And a foul called at half court. It is on Schultz, and that is his third. Morrison gives it up for Galladay. Chumaka into the paint. Floated for that one, but it just wouldn't go down for him. And Jumaka's there to block it away, but fouled on the attempt is Zion Bourgeois. Might have got one right between the eyes. I don't know if it was a finger or the ball itself that came down to hit him. It's hard, but not impossible to make a free throw with your eyes closed. Who did that? Was it Jordan that did it? I think. Yeah, it was. 1991 was the year when Michael Jordan made a free throw with his eyes closed. And that's the kind of stat you only get on retro night from somebody who was there and lived that history live. And why did he do it? Because he was taunting Dikembe Mutombo. Who was a rookie that year. Looked over at Dikembe with his long fingers and said, "This one's for you, baby." closed his eyes and shot it in. Epic. Offensive foul. Second foul on Morrison. Fuller checks back in for Justice. Cox goes in. What a play from Braden Cox. Man, sidestepped two guys and then went whoop around the rim. Nice reverse. Coffey's going to be called for the reach. Up ahead for Schultz. Chamberlain back in to guard him. Kick out for Orsello. Backs down into the paint. Turns to face the basket. Now back out for Boogie for three. No good. Man, I thought sure Gingery had put us back in black on that one, but guess not. Berry checks in. Got the hand sorted. Little tape on his ring finger on the left hand. Lobbed in for Schultz, and he's fouled on the entry pass. Fouls on Bowden Duffield. And that is 4 on him. So 3 Knights with 4 fouls, Chamberlain, Middleton, and Duffield. And they all check out at the same time, so a clean slate for Spurgeon. Jack Strom checks in. I think this is his first action. In and out on the second. Cameron Weeks in as well. Another senior from Kansas, so. A lot of them from Texas. One from Earth. And a couple from Florida. Braden Cox got the better of Hicks on that one. And Coffey thought about going baseline. Now they'll kick it out. Schultz asking for a little bit of space. Clear it out for me. 12 on the shot clock. SaberCats a long ways away from the hoop. 8 to shoot. 7. Orsello's got all the work to do. He's going to kick it out. Nope, bounce it up. Schultz has got to shoot. Does. And scores! Will Schultz has 25. Nearly half the SaberCats points. And that's a travel. Good defense from Braden. Force that turnover. And with the hot hand, Will Schultz takes a seat. Got to go, Chris. And just across the timeline. Finds Coffey on the baseline, and Manny's on the board. That's 4 points, actually, for Emmanuel Coffey, the grad student from New Jersey, actually. As Strom gets on the board for the Knights. Still playing that full court pressure. Chamberlain checks back in. 4 fouls, so see if Brock, the freshman, will recognize that and go after him. Orsello. Braden just left it to him to break the press on their own. Orsello down to the block, fadeaway. Probably should have gone straight at the hoop. Instead, he backed away. Offensive rebound. Coffey from the corner. Just a little too strong. Long pass up ahead for Weeks. Back to Barry and then bailed out with a foul. Fouls on Cox. That is his 4th. And he is the only SaberCat in any foul trouble. Brock has yet to score from the floor. He's got 4 free throws. See if he can add to that tally down low with Chamberlain on the floor. Cox gets around the double team, dribbles out of trouble, but then poked away from behind and gave it up. Saved, not saved. Once saved, always saved, but that one was never really saved, so SaberCats will take possession. You can't do that. Offensive foul. That's going to be it for Chamberlain. That's 5. And so the big man for Spurgeon has fouled out with 11 points, just 2 rebounds. That's got to be a pretty light rebounding night for Chamberlain. Fuller got up in the air, got it away for Cox. Now Orsello from the wing, just too strong. Coffey goes in for it, but unable to track it down in time. And now Weeks back the other way for the Knights. Hicks. poked away by Orsello. 16 on the shot clock, 3:20 left in the ball game. I know it's a bit lopsided, but it has been a fun game. I mean, a lot of things have happened. SaberCats hung tough in the first part of the first half, played really well, and then just went stone cold for like 3-4 minutes, just didn't even score. Tried a bunch of three-pointers, wouldn't go. I mean, on the night, they're 1 for 14. That's abysmal. Single-digit percentage shooting is never a feature. But points off turnovers, that's 37 of them for the Knights, and that's pretty much the whole margin. A Roger Maines sighting at the scoring table. Kick out for Orsello. He's from 3. Nope, of course not. 1 for 15. Oh, nice pass. Finds Chris. Dish inside for Brock. And he's held on the way to the line again. Grant just cannot get any space inside. Been working hard under there. He's got a bunch of rebounds. And adds to his point total there. He's got 5. Cleveland and Maines check in along with Joe Shank. Orsello takes a seat. Maybe, yes. Been 2:51 since the SaberCats last scored from the field. In and out on the second. An 8-1 run for the Knights. Air ball. Grant Brock with another rebound. Up ahead for Christian Cleveland. Michael Berry fouled on the reach in. Double bonus. Oh. Cleveland's got 3 from the line tonight, none from the floor. And too many SaberCats in that condition. Only Will Schultz has been really good offensively today. His 8 points are kind of less than he's used to for Braden Cox. Oh, Grant disrupted that one. Good defense from Christian to combine on the block. And Coffey threw it right at Joe Shank's face from point blank range. Ouch. I'd have ducked too. Weeks throws it away. Last touch though. One of the SaberCats got a hand on it. Joe Shank. Too easy. Cleveland goes to the rack and fouled on his way. Back to the line for 2. A little too strong. .43 of Maranatha's 60 came from the bench, and that's primarily because Will Schultz, with 25 points, did not start tonight. For reasons I do not yet know, whether that was intentional in some way. Strategery. Oh, Coffey's got himself a little room. Off the side of the backboard. No good. Offensive rebound. Cleveland is there to grab it. Sidesteps the defender. Good handle. And gave it up on the attempted pass to Maines. Just a little bit wild at the end after some good work all the way down the court. Pokes it away. And with 13 seconds left, the shot clock is off, and the SaberCats fall 102-60. Good night for Will Schultz, 25 on 8 of 15 shooting. But 1 for 15 from the three-point line. That is a 6.7% shooting percentage, and that is not too good, as the president would say. 57% from the free throw line wasn't much better. The SaberCats committed 39 turnovers on the evening, which turned into 39 points going the other way. And that's pretty much the difference as the SaberCats fall to the number 7 Knights of Spurgeon College tonight as we honored Larry Carlson, the chairman. They fall 102-60 for SaberCats Athletics. My name is Matt Davis. Have a great night.